today we f***ing won! Oh, but good evening, everybody. I cannot believe how we have gotten to this point, and we're actually seeing the day, and I am not old and decrepit. See, not even my microphone can believe it. It's already fainted. Hello, how are we doing? Welcome. My name's Steve. I also sometimes do videos. How are we? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Jay Walker, welcome in the chat. Tyranitar, welcome, Laurie. Who has got Dam's Daughter, Remyol, G. Delgia, James Croft, Black Jock, Fail Comedian, Chemic, Durfail, TARDIS Boy, Ven, Phantom Thief, JP, Zephyr Plays, Lino Cyborg, Scrub Life Games, I love the name, Mad Rat. Oh god, there's so much hype in the chat, so there fucking should be. And I'll tell you why, because we fucking won. That is exactly what has happened. Hang on. That is exactly what has happened. We have won. Oh my god, I cannot tell you how happy I am that we were able to talk about something like this being a thing. Sketchy Cartoon, welcome. Quinn as well. Scrub Life Games, Quinn and TARDIS Boy. Hey Little World, welcome Tim Fan. Sam, I'm finally getting remastered, Sam. Oh, let's just turn down the crazy for a second here. Honestly, I think it's just best that we actually just start talking about this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to bring that game up. This was part of the Nintendo Direct. There we go. And this basically just fucking came out of nowhere. Like, the way I got notified about this, hang on. The way I got notified about this was literally Petronius tagging me on my own Discord saying, look at the thing. And I was like, what thing? Okay, cool. I'll take a look at the thing. And then seeing some screenshots of a Tomb Raider remaster and thinking, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. That can't be real, right? Nope. Lo and behold, trailer has just dropped and we're about to watch it again. So let's just do that. Let's scrub through this. We'll watch it in its entirety. We'll let it play out with any interruptions, please chat. And then we will talk about everything in this trailer. My God. My God. Oh. Let's just turn the fucking music off for a second. Stop! Damn it, Tab, I'll just close you completely.
Tomb Raider games, all with upgraded visuals, are venturing onto Nintendo Switch in one daring collection. As the fearless archaeologist, Lara Croft, you'll travel the world and face off against deadly foes and even deadlier legends. Climb, backflip, and swan dive through perilous quests spanning different countries and mythologies.
This looks so good!
Along the way, you'll solve puzzles to uncover treasures of the ancient world and unravel mysteries lost to the ravages of time. This faithfully remastered trilogy comes with all of the expansions and secret levels for each game. You can also toggle between the original polygon look and the upgraded visuals at any time.
That's amazing. I like that touch.
1 through 3
I like that touch because it's kind of like what they did with the Halo remasters and other ones like that, where they're basically you just let you play in whatever version you want to, in whatever graphics you want to, and the Monkey Island versions did that too. You just press a button, you can go back to the old days. But we're gonna break this bitch down, so let's do this. Thank you very much, by the way, Cubsy, for the resub. 10 win as well for the resub. 20 bits there from Tiny Lily. Melee Luddens, welcome. Thank you for the 95 bits. Just stopping by real quick before bed. 4 a.m. to point out, I don't think Lara has facial animations while shooting the mummy in the trailer. Hopefully be fixed before release. Well, we've still got time. It's releasing on her birthday next year, so that's pretty cool. Moon Spirit, thank you very much for the resub. Good Steving and W's for the TR fans. Indeed, we're eating good tonight. Looks like meat's back on the menu, everyone. Eating good tonight. Black Jock, thank you very much for the sub. And also Jay, thank you for the resub. It's remaster time, beaches. Took you long enough, I know, right? And Oliver Furmont, thank you very much for the 24 months there as well. Oh, and also JP, thank you for the 70 bits. Bitties for our queen, for Yorkshire, our Yorkshire lass. Can we make that a thing? Can we just, like, somehow through osmosis on social media just make Lara Croft Tomb Raider be a Yorkshire lass? Epidemic Bubble. The one thing I'm curious about is which safe systems these games are going to use. So, yeah, let's just go through this trailer again, and then we'll talk about all the different bits and bobs and what my thoughts are, and we'll put it to the chat. But I think we're going to go with they're going to use the safe systems from the PC versions, which will be the best way forward, I think. Maybe, hopefully, maybe if they're smart enough with the option to be able to let you use the old school save system. So let's put it back to the beginning. What is this on 1080p 60? So take note, this is 60 frames a second, the gameplay you're seeing as well.
The legendary Raider returns.
Yeah, she fucking does, doesn't she? Okay, sorry, I'm just so excited. So instantly, we're getting a nice kind of comparison between one of the more iconic opening areas of the series, the Great Wall. And already you can see it's not just a high-res texture thing, but they've also added like extra bits of foliage on top of certain elements as well here. Like for example, if you pay attention to the right-hand side, you can just see all the foliage and the leaves just pop out of this, and it just looks amazing. It's like nice little touches, but also big thing. You've got the massive shafts of light coming through the cracks in the ceiling, so it's got a brand new lighting engine, probably not too dissimilar to what OpenLAR has been using for years, actually, I wouldn't imagine. But Claire Randoms, thank you very much for the resub there. You're getting for Switch and Xbox. Very nice, very nice. And there's another one as a panoramic shot of Aspire, by the way, if anyone's like wondering who Aspire are, Retro Blasting, thank you for the follow. They are a company that dealt with the original Mac OS ports, I'm believing, of these games. So I'm pretty sure someone told me that. I will just confirm. I'm having doubts. But the cool thing is also, you might have missed it in some of the small talk, that these ports are also, for the first time, these ports are actually including all of the Gold Edition content. So we're going to be able to play Unfinished Business, TR2 Gold, and The Lost Artifact legally in high definition at 60 FPS on consoles and PC. Like, what the fuck are we living in right now? What timeline is this? This is amazing. I can't believe that this is a thing. I'm so happy for the fan base, like, right now. This is so good. Yeah, no, finally, like, you can play Lost Artifact. What have you missed, Lawrence? You have missed the announcement of this. We're going through frame by frame with the trailer for the Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 remasters that have been announced during the Nintendo Direct today. Of all places to get that announced, I kind of understand why they picked Nintendo, because it's got the largest like consumer base and they want to get the word out. Everyone probably was thinking, oh, why did they do it with Sony? It was originally like a PlayStation franchise. I think it's kind of outgrown its PlayStation bounds, and it's become more of a wider thing. So they've got to think, get this on as many eyes as possible so people will buy it. And I think it was a smart choice to put it through with Nintendo, honestly. Hello, Anastasia Pants, how you doing? I am just, yeah, I'm like you, I'm just eternally screaming with joy. Yeah, the new skyboxes look amazing as well. Let's just go back a couple of frames. And you can see the old with the new. It doesn't look like much, but playing it is probably going to look amazing with how it looks, how much of a difference it makes. Hey, Retro Blasting. Honestly, thought at first when I heard the news this afternoon that it was a prank. It took me an hour to be confident to realise that was real after searching the net. I know. It was exactly the same sort of story with me, that this was not a prank, this is actually real. And look at that character model. Like, god damn, that character model was good. Honestly. Of all the design decisions to do with the character model in this, making her look like her FMV counterpart, I think, was the smartest choice. But they didn't overdo it. They've done it in a really nice kind of way where it doesn't completely look plastic and fake and too PS1 FMV, it actually looks decent. It's moving too fast. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's hope they don't pull a GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition on us. No, I think they got some decent people to handle this, which is important. But it is just like... Oh, so I'm just pulling up the window slightly. It is just... It's incredible to see. And this shot in particular made me happy. And we're going to get the braid for the first time in Tomb Raider 1, like, properly. It's not going to be bunched up with the weird tape and stuff. That's another thing worth noting. And then we get the nice action shot there. Lara in the Lost Valley from 1. Lara in the Skidoo in Tibet in 2. And then Lara in Nevada in 3. Sadly, no belly button piercing, but who's going to care about that, honestly? No deal breaker for me. Yes, they are finally being fed after years. Years! Like, from an outsider looking in, this is probably not going to, like, seem like much at all. But to really put things into perspective, ever since I started doing my retrospective, like, more than 5 years ago now, God, hasn't time flown? People I've noticed online in various different corners of the internet have been screaming for these remasters to be remade, sorry. And this is why this sort of release is very important, because it means that, like, even if this was something that started initially before the merger with Embracer, with people from Square Enix trying to get this off the ground, the fact that it's finally off the fucking ground now is just amazing. And I really hope that these ports are good. I hope these ports are well received, and honestly, I hope this means that this is a continuation of a very positive future for the series, because it was kind of getting a bit difficult to remain positive in some aspects, because it did feel like a lot of people, myself included, felt like that we were talking to a bit of a brick wall, that the new Warr that we were basically given was the one that was going to be going forward. We were just basically going to see an erasure of the old timeline and the old games. But thank fuck someone had some common sense somewhere to be able to get this into motion. I don't know who you are or who they are, but thank you. This is amazing. Sorry, you can look at this more than my face. You need to look at this more than my actual face. But these look so freaking good, don't they? So good. Sorry if I'm missing some stuff in the chat, by the way. Yes, it does give... the model does very much seem like comrades' work. I wonder if they got any fans to help them out. I wonder if they did. Right, okay. Yes, everyone admittedly loving the braid in TR1. It was one of those weirdos that loved the tied-up hair in the original braid. That is a genesis for me. Yeah, I wonder if there'll be extra costumes. That would be interesting. Legit so excited, I fully can't believe this is happening. The kid inside is crying with joy. Mate, the adult is inside of me and is crying for joy as well. Someone at Embracer gave the head at Crystals a nice slap in the face with a chair. Well, like Kazuma Kiryu style. Excellent. Or with the bicycle. But I really like this model, honestly. It's just... Sorry, that was a cat. Hello. Oh, have biscuits, you have food. I know. You can join us when we're talking about Tomb Raider, Mr. Puss. There we go. Right, let's continue. He just made a really loud meow. So this is the trap from the Great Wall, the one where the walls are all closing in just after you get the Jade secret. And it looks good. I mean, initially, like, Sarah actually said, like, oh, your girl's done dirty. It looks exactly like the square blocky originals. And I'm just sort of thinking, yeah, that's kind of the point. That's kind of what we wanted. We didn't want anything that was, like, super drastically different. We just wanted some nice HDified ports of remasters of the original games. Because I think it's important to sort of, like, maintain the original integrity of those titles, because that's what people enjoyed in the first place, and there's still some charm to be had. Not everything has to be, like, fully redone or to the standard of, oh, what's his face? Nico Bass's, like, project. You know, as good as that would be, it's a very time-consuming process. Something like this, it could take a studio just like a couple of years to pump this out. Very pleased with it. Oh, and we got the jump there with the skidoo. Looking good. Although that texture there, I must admit, that one little texture just there is looking very PS1 funky. But I'm digging it. It's not a negative for me. This is all still very positive. If you choose... Oh, hang on, sorry. There's so much happening in the chat, I'm so sorry. If you got to choose one bug, glitch, or funny accidental detail, like the whole camera going up Lara's bum when she climbs thing, what would you keep? I would keep corner zipping, because speedrunners, they've got to have a way to be able to do their job too, haven't they? That's what I'd pick. I doubt it will happen, but I hope they also announce a very special video. Unlocked TR 5 style for getting all the secrets. TR1 remastered. That's the blah 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 blah. Yeah, unlocks are going to be an interesting one because I can totally foresee them having some stuff, but it's like, at what degree are they able to add stuff? I hope they can add as much stuff as we can, like additional costumes, so like Legend, Survivor era Lara, and other places would be amazing. Oh, look at this dude as well. Look at this dude on the Jade Warriors. From Dagger of Shan. Very cool. Kemek, you can actually see the Jade Dragon behind Lara in the previous shot. Oh, could you? Okay, let's just go back a sec. Let's just go back a sec. Apparently you can... Yes, you can! Just there you can see it. Well played, well spotted. I like that. Hey JD, thank you very much for the sub, and 50 bits there from Melee Ludens. Notable lack of blood on spikes, and the blood effects when shooting enemies is black instead of red. However, the stream page has a content warning for blood, maybe a censorship option toggle for the direct though. Maybe it's an all trailers. Thoughts? I did notice that. But I think it's because it was presented in a Nintendo Direct that possibly... We can check out the other ones, because Sony have put one, Xbox have put one, and IGN have put an official trailer up there as well. But we shall see. I doubt they're going to completely get rid of the blood, because that would be dumb. Yes, tank controls have to be a thing. Loads of people are sort of wondering whether or not they're going to ditch the tank controls and go with like a full 360-degree movement. I think it should personally stay tank controls just because all the level design and everything is built around those controls in mind. But I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be surprised if they did some kind of like toggle between control schemes like they did with Resident Evil Remake, the first one. That'd be quite good. Foxep, hello. Tomb Raider fans since 97. Funny, I've just played this passage yesterday. Fair enough. Have you noticed this is rated M now? Nice. Right, okay. Let's just go to... That's where the Jade Warrior is. I mean, I still wouldn't fuck around with him in real life, but I know what you mean. It's a bit more kind of well-rounded, and I guess a bit more cartoony. But I think it's pretty faithful. Like, that would... If you saw that barreling towards you, it would scare the shit out of you, wouldn't it? You wouldn't hang about. Yes, there is a Steam store for the page and the remake. We'll look at it all afterwards. Let's go. Oh yeah, Winston. I haven't seen photos of Winston yet. That's going to be interesting. Locking up the butler in 4K. Though that's interesting as well. The fact that they've changed the face of the Sphinx. Instead of it just being a square block with the face texture in, it's the whole thing, which is cool. The new mummies, though. Oh god, the Atlanteans are going to be a pain in the arse.
And even deadlier legend.
And you can tell it's definitely running on some form of the original, because it still has... I do a few frames there. The kind of semi Lara has no spine swivel aiming of the original game as well, which is good. Oh, interesting little tidbit there with the decals, the PNG files they've used for the muzzle flash. Right. In this room, going on the right-hand side means there's no danger whatsoever. Hello, Templar Lee, welcome. And have analog as well. Yeah, that is definitely probably going to be a thing, although I'd probably still recommend playing with a D-pad instead of analog. Tank controls, keep the traditional arrow keys for movement, Alt for control, blah, 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 no WASD nonsense. Or at the very least, toggle or rebind options. Yes, a whole suite of options for changing and customizing would be much welcomed. Much, much, much welcomed. Right, let's continue.
Climb.
She's certainly climbing.
Backflip.
Ah, yes, the T-Rex. It's probably YouTube compression not doing it a great favor, but it does look a bit smoothed over. But I think it's just more going to be down to YouTube's compression algorithm getting rid of some of the details with this. Sorry. Hello, Uncharted. Yeah. It's interesting how they've only gone with the first 3, and I've got a theory about that, which I'll discuss after we've gone through the trailer again. No snarl expression for Lara whilst shooting here. I don't know, maybe? That could be cool if they try and implement that, because that was a thing in the original, for sure. But they got time to tweak this sort of thing. They have. Skybox looks really weird here with the T-Rex. Well, it was always meant to be like that, but the limitations at the time just wouldn't allow it.
Flip. And swan dive through perilous
Atlantis. Proper Atlantis.
quests spanning different countries.
This I have to think is the most impressive shot. Just looking at how different the windows in this look compared to the original. So nice looking.
Along the way,
More stuff in the Jade Palace.
you'll solve puzzles
To Maqualapec.
to uncover treasures of the ancient world and unravel mysteries lost
Same animations as well.
to the ravages.
This is such a cool shot. I like this. I really like this. Like the extra foliage for like around the entranceway there, and all the palm trees and stuff that are there. Everything just has a way more kind of... It's probably not palm trees. They're probably just like weird tropical trees, but it just looks so goddamn nice. Does it not? Late to the party. Oh, hang on. We discussed the newly announced remasters. We are discussing, team. We are discussing. Oh, thank you for the 45 bits there, Melee. I like that they kept Venice windows angular rather than circle, which was probably the original intent. A true circle in the texture would break the retro aesthetic, in my opinion. Yes, keep the polygons. Keep them all. And she, look at that. Hang on, enhance. Look at that shit. She actually has a fucking shadow now. Look at that. All the way. Because of the new lighting engine. That's so cool, man.
This faithfully remastered trilogy
The lighting in here, though, that's nice.
comes with all of the expansions
Booba.
and secret.
And, they're not Shiva statues, are they? Someone corrected me on this. Who was it? I can't remember. Oh, Foxstep, thank you for the follow. It's nicer to see her animations with more frames per second. Yeah, goddamn. 60 FPS, this game's gonna run like butter. Butter smooth.
Secret level.
Oh, and the statue's Jojo posing. Kali, that's it. Kali Ma! Another OG versus new G comparison there. Yeah, just look at that. It's new, but it's not so new that it breaks it, you know? It's new to a point where they've updated and jazzed the stuff that matters. Like, you could make an argument that this sort of stuff here looks a little flat and dated, and in some ways it does. But that's kind of the point with it. That's kind of the point. They want to try and do that to try and keep within the original kind of blocky, angular art style and level design of the original. Because that's what people fell in love with and grew up with. Uncultured Teacup, thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. Thank you. So I'm all for it, personally.
Toggle.
I just noticed how everyone's just... That guy there's just like, bruh.
Between the original
Ah, there we go. And then if we just scroll through a couple... There we go, we've got HD OG Qualipec there. It's just a very done with it skelly boy. Do you think they'll redo the FMVs? I'm wondering that too, because the FMV quality isn't great to begin with, especially on the PC version. So I'm kind of hoping they're using a mixture of AI upscaling, but also going in and manually amending and making changes to frames here and there so it doesn't look too compressed or weird. Because the problem with upscaling is, I've even tried it myself with some of the PS1 FMVs, the problem with upscaling is, because you're dealing with a source material that's like standard def, like 240p and lower, and a weird aspect ratio in Tomb Raider 1 as well, the algorithm can only do so much, and it kind of loses a lot of detail in certain parts where it's trying to clean up the image too much. And I worry sometimes that it might end up with a smeary, smoothed over kind of appearance. Best case scenario, someone found the source files and was able to actually re-render them out at a higher definition in a proper aspect ratio. I know, pipe dream kind of thinking here. It's probably going to be upscaling, but I just would like to have thought that someone hopefully went the extra mile and was able to get a hold of them. We shall see. We shall see.
Polygon look.
But that just looks... Yes. That looks absolutely awesome. I think they'll just keep the original lines, Scotty. I think they'll just make do with the original sound bites.
And the upgraded visuals at any time.
That's just so cool. It's so weird having her with a braid in Tomb Raider 1. But I like it. I dig it.
Tomb Raider 1 through 3 Remastered.
Okay, well, let's just check out what we got here on the YouTubes. So we got this one here from IGN. We got the Tomb Raider. We got the PlayStation one. So let's check out the PlayStation one and see if it's any better. Oh wow, this one's actually 60 FPS. Holy shit. Yeah, it sounds like they're using the original pistol sound effects as well. Yeah, still the original music, still the original sound effects. It's so... words cannot express, man. I'm trying. Believe me, I'm trying to. But it's... Oh, this is good. Right. So, if I'm not mistaken, sorry, we'll go back. Were the hallways... Yeah, it is kind of black, isn't it? It is kind of black. I wonder if they've just made that as a creative choice. I'm pretty sure if you were to toggle back to old school mode, it would just be bright red. But the thing is, though, like, I think what they're going for is a bit more of a dried blood kind of look, because these are supposed to be ancient tombs. Like, in the original game, the spikes in them looked like it was fresh blood, like someone had just literally fell on them and it was just covered in it. It was like bright red, which wouldn't be realistic. So if they're going for a bit more of a kind of... bit more of a realistic look that makes a bit more sense. I think that's why the blood on the spikes is at least black. I couldn't say that I've seen any blood spurting out of any enemies in this trailer, but if I have missed that, then let me know. But that's kind of what my logic is there. Sorry, the cat's still on my lap. He's purring. He's very happy. Yes. Hello, puss boy. But that's that one. I do have some high definition photos that I can show you. So let's just get some of those out. Courtesy of the official fan program. You're welcome. Yeah, so you can actually, I'll tell you what, whilst I'm looking for that, I'll load up Steam.
I really need a fucking Starbucks, Jonah.
Whilst I just download these screenshots. And then open in browser. Sorry, I'm just opening a whole bunch in browser for you. From a place that I'm not allowed to show you. It will give us a much better view of those spikes as well, so let me just minimize that. Okay, here we go. It's brain game time. So this is the first one. This is the first one from the HD-ified images that we've been sent as part of the official fan program. Hello, Remango. Courtesy, I heard Curtis. My heart skipped, I'm sorry. So this is the first one from India. Very cool looking. So if I enhance. And it does look fucking cool. I really like this character model. It can't be understated, like said enough, how much I like this character model. It's really good. Let's zoom this back. And then this is the next one in Egypt. Just looking at the texture work that's on here as well. I like all the small extra, like, bits of crumbliness. Is that the right term to say? Crumbliness? That makes it all look ancient and old as fuck. Oh god, it's Layla's live. Hello! How are you doing? You're right, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I can't quite believe that this is happening, can you? There's another one there. Just trying to see if I can move over there. The trees, man, they look fucking beautiful. Oh, I just can't wait. Just cannot wait. Right, next. Oh, here we go. We got one of Qualipec's chamber. With another fucking real-time shadow cast on the side there. Giant god beam ray there being cast in from the top left of the frame. Is there a hieroglyphics expert in the house? I'm sadly not able to be qualified for that, I'm afraid. I just told my dad, since he was the one who I learned about Tomb Raider from, I'll send it in the chat. Nice. I hope he enjoys these. Yeah, no, and also, if I just go back to this. These fucking wall textures, man. These symbols are burnt into my brain. Burnt into my brain up here. This is what I think my childhood imagined these originally looking like. But this is what they look like now. This is what my brain imagined these looking like from back in the day. This is so good. And then, of course, you've got the Atlantean mummies, the Sir Daniel Fortescue-esque looking motherfuckers. One of the ones you can actually shoot. Interesting, slightly low texture there. There's a bit of a seam there. But again, these are all things that will probably get fully patched out and worked upon when, well before the initial release. Can't wait to get rolled over by 60 FPS HD boulders in Sabatu's Tomb Raider Remastered. Oh, amazing. Oh, look! We have a little Wolfie boy! He is! He still looks PS1 as fuck, but that's good. I like it. And we still got a very wild, untamed braid doing its thing over here. Which I also adore. And the god rays coming from the ceiling in the big light box there. Yes, cat, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It doesn't look blocky. No, not as blocky. It's like a better PlayStation, it's like a PS2 version. Let's go with that. The braid has a whip attack. Hello, Pusscat. He's asleep at the moment on my lap. He is. Bestest puss boy. And there we go. The Great Wall. A better look at the skybox there. Shame we haven't got the helicopter in shot. I would like to have seen the Delcacopter. Hello, Lavos. It's when certain parts of this game now look from wildly different eras, some modern, some PS1 and 2. But I think it's a nice mix. I do. Screenshots from the upcoming remasters. Yes, they are, Ray. Yes, they are. And here we go. So this is a better look at the blood that's on the spikes. And you can kind of see that they're slightly brown. They're not quite black. So it looks to me like this is very much like dried on blood after several years of it being exposed to just the elements, air, oxygen, everything in between. There's that skeleton dude there just chilling down there. And Lara just like looking like she really couldn't give a fuck. She actually looks kind of bored. Let me just zoom in on that face. I love that face. She looks like she's thinking about something else while she's running through this really perilous situation. She's wondering about what she's about to have for dinner or something, or whether or not she left the stove on. God damn, man. These remasters, like, what the fuck? How dare they? How dare they surprise us with this? Oh. No, these are just These are just windows now. But hey, let's check out that fucking listing on Steam, boy. Let's just do that. Tomb Raider Remastered. There we go. It comes up in the search results. So here we go. What are you doing, Cat? Doing. Yeah, and these same screenshots are the same ones that I've just shown you, but you can obviously flick through them yourself on Steam. So it's coming 14th of February. It's going to be 20 quid. Well, let me just sort that out quickly. Oh no, hang on. What am I doing? I could probably get a review code for this shit, hopefully. But yeah, here's the important information. I don't know how much of this you'll be able to see, but I will try my best to read this out for you. So here we go. Discover Lara Croft's original adventures, lovingly restored. Play the original 3 Tomb Raider games for the first time ever. Let's just put some music on for a second. Play the complete experience with all expansions and secret levels on modern platforms in this definitive collection. Includes game titles Tomb Raider 1 plus Unfinished Business, Tomb Raider 2 plus the Gold Mask expansion, Tomb Raider 3 plus the Lost Artifact expansion. Key features: solving ancient mysteries, uncover treasures of the ancient world by solving puzzles and unraveling mysteries lost to the ravages of time. Globe-trotting adventure, follow Lara Croft around the world and face off against deadly foes and dangerous myths. Lovingly restored, experience the classics boasting upgraded graphics with the option to switch between original polygonal looks at any time. Mature content description. Developers describe this game content as being blood, intense, violence, suggestive themes. So the system requirements, it basically recommends Windows 10 and upwards, anything from an Intel i3 upwards, 8GB of RAM, a 970 graphics card, runs on DirectX 11, thank God we don't have to worry about fucking around with 9 anymore, below that, and needs about 2GB worth of additional space. That's good. That's good. And the reason why I say I've got a bit of a theory about this is because I think that they've purposefully decided to remaster these 3 games primarily to prep us for the unified timeline. And I think we won't be seeing, we might see, if this sells well, hopefully remasters of The Last Revelation Chronicles, and also maybe Angel of Darkness might get the same treatment. That would be incredible. I think the fan base would actually explode, go nuclear if that was ever announced. But I think the reason why they're deciding to probably just stick with remastering 3 games, 1, to test the waters, but 2 is because I think those stories are still going to be canon. I think, and I've said before, that the era of Tomb Raider, which I think is going to be in a bit of trouble with the unified timeline, is anything from The Last Revelation up until Underworld. I don't think the Lao era is going to be properly adapted or considered that much of it canon, apart from Anniversary, because it's basically Tomb Raider 1 in most ways. And I also think that because of the way that the story goes with The Last Revelation and Chronicles, like Chronicles is just something that can just kind of just be disregarded. It's just like something that if you were to include it, cool, they're like fun little extra stories. The Last Revelation leads directly into Angel of Darkness, and I don't think they're ready to tackle that yet. If they do, then it's going to be huge. But at the moment, I think they're just going to play it safe. They're going to remaster the 3 games that people are most excited for, I think. Most of the general public, I would say. And test the waters with those and see how they go. Because I think people have wanted the first 3 games to be at least like backwards compatible or playable on modern systems in some way. But now they have the ability to. And also the fact that they've gone the extra mile and brought the frickin' expansion packs with them. Like, I can't wait to see that in, like, HD, can you? It's incredible, and it's gonna be an interesting fucking time, man. I really genuinely have no clue what to expect from this series going forward. Like, I was full on, like, I'm gonna have to change the ending of the retrospective now, because I planned to go a little bit, like, bittersweet and a bit dour, but because I thought, like, genuinely the series was just starting to go a bit down of late, because I thought, they weren't paying attention, they're not really listening to what fans want, and they're just basically going to run her into the ground, and she's just going to become a shadow of her former self. And I don't know, I'm starting to get that hype back. You know, I can't be alone in this, can I? I'm cautiously optimistic still. But the fact that these remasters just fucking landed right here, right now, and are dropping next year on her birthday shows that they are, someone somewhere is at least paying attention. And I don't know who they are, but thank you. God damn it, you are a national treasure. It can't just be one person. Obviously, it's a team of people. But they are all equally loved and respected. But I think once they get this right, then they will probably move on to the others. Embracer threatening to just drop them is probably motivation enough. Hey, I'll fucking take it. It's motivation. It's motivation, man. I'm just happy to see this be a thing. So you're saying that he thinks she's going to be a shadow of Tomb Raider. Oh, the Shadow of the Tomb Raider jokes. Bring them. But yeah, I mean, what does everyone else think? Let's just put it to the chat there for a second. I don't know what everyone else is fucking thinking with this, because I am personally really, like, positive about this. I like the look. I love the design of the new character models. I love the look of the new areas. Let me just put this back to here. And then that's my mouse. Leave it alone. Yeah, I must admit the trailer for the Nintendo Switch one, it's
Really need a fucking Starbucks,
it's
Jonah.
definitely better. It's definitely the best trailer because it actually explains what's going to happen. It actually gives you more context than just showing a few panoramic shots of the thing existing. There's no way this can go wrong. I wouldn't go that far, Frank. There are still ways this could go wrong. It could be terrible. I don't think it will, but they could be butchered, and it's a very extremely small possibility in my mind. But there are also technical hitches that can go wrong. But I'm hoping and praying that they won't be for the sake of this series and for these games. I hope they're just like really nicely well done ports that sell well, that hopefully get a physical release at some point. Please, if you're watching limited run games, I see you. These remasters are existing. What would it be? What would it be to you if I was able to get you to maybe produce some collector's editions of the remaster for physical release? I think we will buy that. I'd buy that. Hello, Ventipus. Yes, it does include... Let's just watch the trailer again with full sound, and then everyone who has just turned up can actually get an idea of what's included. Let's just put that there. Let's premiere it again.
The legendary Raider returns. The first 3 Tomb Raider games, all with upgraded visuals, are venturing onto Nintendo Switch in one daring collection. As the fearless archaeologist, Lara Croft, you'll travel the world and face off against deadly foes and even deadlier legends. Climb, backflip, and swan dive through perilous quests spanning different countries and mythologies. Along the way, you'll solve puzzles to uncover treasures of the ancient world and unravel mysteries lost to the ravages of time. This faithfully remastered trilogy comes with all of the expansions and secret levels for each game. You can also toggle between the original polygon look and the upgraded visuals at any time.
So fucking good. So fucking good. And Laurie, just to sort of highlight what she said, is apparently if you've bought them on Steam already, you get a discount for the remasters, which is really cool. I'm all for that. That's really fucking awesome. 100 bits there from Verum Rex, thank you. Honestly feel pretty comfortable with Aspire handling these remasters. If I recall correctly, Aspire were the ones that handled the ports of Tomb Raider 2 through Angel of Darkness on Mac computers, so I think they're in good hands. Yes, thank you. Someone confirming what I said earlier again. Yes, yes, yes. So they are basically responsible for the Mac ports of these games originally, a lot of them. So if anyone's going to bring them to life, it's going to be these people. Yeah, man, I'm just I'm just fucking happy. Cat's happy. I'm happy. Apart from being extremely, like, warm under a heat wave at the moment, I'm loving this. I'm loving the fact that I can basically just go, oh, hey, Google, show me a fucking Tomb Raider remaster trailer, and there's one here. Like, my fucking three of my favorite PlayStation games. Like, goddamn. You know? It's time to fucking celebrate. It is bittersweet for you guys, though, Laura. I do appreciate that. I just wish the original people that tried for years for this to happen would get credit due to them. Yeah, that is the kind of bittersweetness of it. There are people that have been trying to get this for years to happen. And Crystal have stopped them. Other people from, like, Eidos might have stopped them as well. And it's tough. It is tough, because for them, I'm kind of like hoping that they see this as not just like a, oh, well, fuck me then, my effort was in vain type thing. I hope they see this as a kind of like, oh, cool, finally, someone listened sort of situation. So, what's going to be really interesting for me, though, is what they add to this. Because obviously you're going to have the base experience, you're going to have achievements, they've got to have achievements. They got the secrets, they got the secret levels, they got the gold expansions. What else are they going to add? Like, could they add extra costumes from, like, all, like, the other notable Tomb Raider games? That would be really cool. That would be really, really cool. Croft Manor is going to look really fucking interesting. That's one area I cannot wait to see redone. Oh, here's another thing. Big brain theory time. Big brain. Pipe dream. But what if, in Croft Manor, what if, when you froze Winston in the freezer, he actually freezes? Like, turns, like, surrounded by ice. Yes, what do you want, cat? There we go. What if that happened? You know, add a little extra twist to the Easter egg, to the challenge. Make it an achievement. We could get achievements about freezing old people. It's the British way. God damn it. Oh, I'm so happy. And there he goes. Yes. He's being a bit of a bitch because he's been shut in. It's their time to be shut in. Him and Little Miss, who's on the bed at the moment, they're both in. So it's too late for them to be let outside. Well, we have 3 Croft Manors. Yes, we will, because we technically will have, like, the training level, and then the Tomb Raider 2 version of Croft Manor, and Tomb Raider 3's. Oh god, the underwater basement area of the Croft Manor from 3 is going to look amazing with this new lighting. It's going to look so good. It would be cool to let us pick all the outfits from 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, that would be cool. Mix and match, you know? It's definitely a nice attention to detail, even with the release dates. Yes. When you have the pistols in TR3, you can shoot him and an icicle explodes around him and he walks around like normal because Winston is invincible. Yes. But, like, this... wait, let me just go back to... Like, fucking that. Look at it. Look at that. God damn. Get hype. Get hype, everybody. This is happening and we're playing it. God damn, you better believe we're going to play it. Who's going to play the new visuals for 5 minutes and then default to the OG? Nah, I think I'm gonna stick this one out. I'm gonna play with the new art style. I'm gonna really riff with it, I think. We are, Steve, we are hyped. Excellent. Yeah, it's cloudy, but like that's gonna be like a period of adjustment for a lot of people, I think, who grew up. It's like instead of the endless black void, there's gonna be a sky. And that's also gonna be interesting with Unfinished Business, because in Unfinished Business there was a massive outdoor area with like stars in the sky, which is basically just a ceiling texture with a little dot in the middle. It kind of looks a bit cheap, set-like. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what that looks like. That's the stuff I'm really looking forward to seeing people react to. Like, Unfinished Business is weird, and so is the Golden Mask and Lost Artifact. Like, in Lost Artifact, you kill fucking Robert the Bruce, like, several versions of, like, Highland kilt-wearing Scotsmen with claymores in one area. Like, and there's a giant fucking dragon robot thing. Like, what the hell is that gonna look like in this new art style? Those are flickering multiple stars. How dare? I dare, because... Come on. Really? Come on. Never-ending blackness in the original skyboxes was so creepy to me as a kid. They really added to that atmosphere. That's the thing. Yeah, and it does kind of take... It does kind of change the atmosphere. I'm not going to take that away from people. That's a valid point. But I kind of feel like as long as they nail the vibe of each area, then we're not going to really matter like that much. We're not going to like mind that much. All Hallows, maybe they'll fix it. Hello, Gecko Kid. You alright, bud? What's broken with All Hallows? That's one level I've not actually played from the original. Because I couldn't be bothered to get all those fucking secrets. Definitely prefer the black ceiling. Yeah. It's gonna be 6 dozen one, half a dozen the other for some people. It's gonna be very good in some areas for some, and oh god, yes, Vegas Nightmare. Thank you, James. Yeah, what the hell is that gonna look like with her in her fucking leopard print jumpsuit costume thing? Oh my god, that's gonna be interesting. And the Area 51 alien ship, yeah, that's a good one, E-back. I'm looking forward to seeing that HDified. Hello. Would be cool if they put All Hallows in the correct order as the as they originally intended with the devs. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be really cool. Can't wait to see HD grenade launchers insta-give enemies. Oh yeah, that's the point, yeah. What's all that shit gonna look like in this art style? Like when you shoot an enemy with an explosive, are they gonna like explode into pieces? I hope so. I really hope so. All Hallows is unfinished and buggy. Ah, fair. And it ends abruptly. Well, maybe they won't change it. Maybe they'll just smooth some areas out. But yeah, goddamn, man. The Maria de Ria, yeah, the underwater parts in 2 are going to look incredibly different, I think. Oh, thank you for the 100 bits there, Verum. Another thing I want to know is I wonder if they're going to unify the voices like they did for the Spyro Reignited, or maybe they'll just bring back Shelley Blonde for all 3 games, or Judith Gibbons. And I don't think they're gonna... I think I mentioned this earlier. When you go through the trailer, hang on, let me just see if I can find a bit where the guy's not talking. Hang on. Ah, where's my fucking mouse? There we go.
Tomb Raider games, all with upgraded visuals, are venturing onto Nintendo Switch in one daring collection.
But that sound effect for the Skidoo is the exact same sound effect from the original game, isn't it?
As the fearless archaeologist, Lara Croft, you'll travel the world.
Same again with that.
And face off against deadly foes and even deadlier.
Yep, and the Atlantean sound effect's the same. So I'm pretty certain they're just going to use the original voice files. They are just going to use the original voice lines. I know. Ring the shame bell. I've not yet played All Hallows, but I will correct that. I will correct that for sure. Thames Wharf may include actual streets this time. Oh yeah, how London, man. How's that going to look? How is that going to look? Yes, when we've looked through the... we'll bring up that trailer again, but we actually did bring up that particular trailer just to see what the differences were. Right, sorry. Mice everywhere. Lots of juggling acts to do. Yeah, so it's not that one. It is... Oh, it's in 4K as well. Hang on, what the fuck? So this is a 4K upload of the trailer. Hang on. Hold on to your fucking boots, everybody. Right, here we go. Let me just... They'll probably just clean it up a bit. Oh, okay, so now we're seeing a bit more detail with, like, less compression. Let me just go back a few. Like, goddamn, like, look at the fur on her jacket, man. Holy crap, I don't know if you can see that well on my stream, because I'm like 720p till I die, apparently, but that looks like fur. It's not just a white splodge anymore. I love how they upgraded the Jade Warrior guy. He looks like he did in TR2, but nice, yes. And no, sorry, Bridgie McBridgeface is not going to make it. By the way, Gecko Kid, when are you updating that Trelly? I want to do an episode on it, but I want to sort of like do it when it's all updated and stuff. Like with the Natless coffee and stuff. Ah, here we go. So what I thought originally was compression hiding some of the details was actually correct, because you can see a lot more of the dinosaurs like scales and wrinkles now. That's good. Although his arms look kind of funky. Does anyone else like wonder why the T-Rex has got some weird funky looking arms there? Hang on. Sorry. What the fucking fuck? Hang on, snipping tool. To the rescue. Just like, that has to be an emote, right? Just look at this. That's ridiculous. It's like, really dumb looking T-Rex. I love this. I love it. She's back. Fucking finally. That's another thing worth mentioning. I think that's something that's getting overlooked as well, is the fact that this is a 4K trailer, right? It's not just the new art style, it's also the fact that the original art style is going to be playable in 4K for the first time. You know, not even like level sets could actually do that. The most I can get up to on my level set before it crashes is 1080p. Maybe a little bit higher. But I can't do, a lot of them I can't do 1440p, I can't definitely do 4K. So the fact that this is not only in 60 frames per second, but also in 4K, like in both art styles, remember, both of them, the original and the new one, is getting this treatment, that's huge. And I think a lot of people have probably missed over that. Oh, and that's where she died. Sorry. Stream's over, everybody. Bye. She's dead. I completely missed that the original art style is getting updated. Yeah, that's it. Because you overlook it because you think, oh, it's just a graphical choice. But like, you literally look. You go back to these comparisons. Still the new one. Still the new one. But that was the original fucking art style on that. I'm pretty sure that was running. It kind of looked a bit jank. Maybe it might not be like 60 FPS for the original art style, because it still kind of looked a bit. Still kind of looked a bit like it was a 30 FPS world. It's even more colourful. Yeah, Tomb Raider 3 pistol sound effects. Yeah, maybe I was wrong about the 60 FPS, but it's definitely high resolution. That's a big plus. A massive plus. I've always thought that the colour palettes for the original games have been, like, really well done as well and well thought out. That's one plus that we're going to be seeing this enhanced as well. And I think picking Nevada first was a really good choice for showcasing parts of Tomb Raider 3. Because you've obviously got bits of India here, but a lot of people remember Nevada for being like a really kind of memorable location. Maybe in some areas like for the wrong reasons, possibly not. But there's a bit more footage actually in the Nintendo version, which is a bit of a shame that it's not in 4K.
World and unravel mysteries.
Yeah, so you've got like shots like this that aren't even in the official trailer, because they obviously had a bit more of the guy talking about shit to filter out. You got this shot, for example, from the Jade Palaces at the end of Tomb Raider 2. With this like lighting, like you think of the Jade and like Love this. You look at the Jade in the original games, and you're kind of missing that sort of shininess. Like, it would definitely, like, take the light that's around it and just beam it places. And this is, like, doing exactly that. Oh, boober. That's exactly what the Jade's now doing, or able to do. It has the actual properties of what it's supposed to. So it treats the light how it should. I've run out of water. I'm just drinking an empty cup. I do wonder how core devs feel, and I hope they will talk about this at Derby and someone will please record it. Yes, I'll have to ask Luke about who's recording, because I hope someone is with that. Yeah, the floating islands are going to look incredible. Like, the skybox and the overall void of the floating islands is going to be super interesting to see in this art style.
The Remastered trilogy comes with all of the expansions.
And there's a little crawl space there for Nevada. And oh, Lara Croft. And this is extended, I'm pretty sure. Faithful my butt. Got more comparison shots here. Fuck, man. Like, the stuff to do with Venice is not even in the original trailer. I'd love to see, like, Venice in 4K. But I can't. We're living in a 1080p world, unfortunately, for this time. Yeah, I know the Nintendo guy is very corporate dickbag. But he has to be. It's what they're going for. It's what they have to. Along the way, Rob Schneider is a Tomb Raider. Yeah, I'm just trying to desperately see if there's anything else. Like, I would have loved to have seen some of the reactions to this direct from, like, a Tomb Raider fan that happened to be streaming this direct. Unfortunately, I've been... Oh shit, what the fuck? No! No! There we go. I stepped on the wrong button. Unfortunately, I was working at the time, so I literally just found out about this from other people tagging me in several messages. By the way, the fact that my phone has been going off non-stop since this announcement has been made, like, thank you so much, everyone, for, like, genuinely caring enough to sort of let me know about this sort of thing and wanting to hear my opinion on this. Like, I'm just in awe of the fact that we're actually sitting here having this conversation. Yeah. Tomb Raider Remastered, everybody. It's happening. It's hip and it's happening.